Hey everybody, Susie Q here. Welcome to MiniaQues. Today I'm going to do a lot of finishing up. I made some bookmarks with dried flowers. I made some charms that have some decorations on them. I used PET stickers. I've used temporary tattoos. And I've also have a couple of finishing things that I sanded that need a small coat. So let's get started. So come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey. So sometimes I make these charms on purpose and by deciding what color backing I'm going to do. And other times they're just leftover resin from a project that I'm working on. These are also going to have a very thin layer. These have a little wiggle room. These are going to be a coat, but these don't have much wiggle room. So what I'm going to do is bring this on and see if I can spread it around, but I don't, it's already went over the side. I think that ruined it. I don't know if that ruined it or not. Now this being a keychain, I don't care if it's domed at all. I just don't want it to go over. I can see it teetering back and forth, so it tells me it's domed on the other side, which might be a problem, keeping the resin on and not running off. Might have to put a couple pieces of paper under it to bring it level. This is, look at this, this is one of my favorites. Ooh. This is just PET tape. I don't want to pick any of them up because I don't know if I can wash my gloves off. Let me double check. The last thing I want to do is put a little layer of resin and have to sand all over again. Okay. This one is very tall, high up as well, so it's going to be a very thin layer. And I hope it doesn't go overboard. And these are some of my favorite molds. These rounded edge molds that come up and around. Oh my goodness, I love these. I wish all the molds had this on it. A little too close. It's getting cramped up here, guys. And basically what I'm doing is not only giving the product a finished look, I am adhering this PET see-through sticker because it will peel off. And as long as all the edges are covered and there's no sticker on the edge, it is sealed. And I'm sure I'll see something different when I pull out the flashlight. Whew. This is another almost full one. Gotta treat these a little different, not much, but ooh, drop one over there. So pretty. Now these two, because they're also PET, and these have lips on them a little bit, just a little bit, because I didn't fill it all the way to the top. Because I knew I was going to do something with them. Whether I didn't know it was going to be the PET. And then I just fill them to the top, make sure I bring them all to the sides. And I pretty much do this with whether they have the PET or whether I put a charm. The ones with the charms, I want to make sure I kind of dip the charm in the resin first to make sure it's coated and it's in any nook and cranny possibly needed. Or I'll flip it over, fill it up with resin, then flip it back over, drizzle right on top. Pretty much what I do with the ones with the metal charms in there. Sometimes I use like this. This is just all leftover resin from projects I'm working on. And other times I make the backing color on purpose, like this next project I worked on was my all black backing project. So in this project, I cut out some vinyl stickers to make the like the Day of the Dead skulls. I've got regular stickers of cats. I've got some things I found in the party store. I've got these metal gems. And it's the same thing that I did with the other ones, but this time it was more on purpose and with more intent. So for these bookmarks, I wanted to use some nail art. I used the nail foil on the larger one, but I also wanted to add some charms and some golden dust on top of this to give it a more spacey look. So I found some gold charms and was able to add them to this bookmark along with a little bit of gold diamond dust. Just enough to give it a little bit of flair. And then I moved that to the side and used some nail sticker art. And it was a royal blue. I used this to make my next small bookmark. So I'm just putting little bits, sprinkle just a little bit of the blue diamond dust on here because I did powder this one a little bit with it, and this has some diamond dust in it. These are all clear, and this is diamond dust. And I really do not want a fat bookmark. I want, oh, this diamond dust looks so good on the black. It looks so good. I hope you can see this. I'm gonna let it self-level, but I want to make sure I don't over pour it too. Quite beautiful. Yep. I love making these keychains, charms. Oh, I do. Look at this cat. Can you see? I can't tell if you can see the blue. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. That's when I missed a bubble. And this blue with the blue diamond sparkles. There's something about these diamonds sparkles against the black. Let's see how this comes out. Oh, look at how deep, rich the black is. I think this line will go nice. And this is the plain black. The gold sticker. Not too much of an overpour. No bubbles. Oh yeah, these are gonna go really nice. And then my Tree of Life, which is always a very good seller. A little bit of an overpour. I should be able to sand that down. Let's do the cat mold. I think I'm going to hold off on these. They're still kind of... That came out, you can see that. Oh yeah. Well, this is my latest batch of charms, but I've been working on charms and small items, and they're at all different stages of the game, whether I am creating the backing, adding on the little jewels, the stickers, top coating it. There's about 12 layers of sanding I do most of the time, making sure the hole's still there, like I do, and they're all at different stages of the game. And I have no feeling of rush or stress with these. These are something that's just fun to do, and they actually sell very well at the craft fairs for me, and I just call them charms. So I'm going to put on a jump rink on all of them and put it on my board and let people decide if they want it as a zipper pull, if they want it as a keychain, if they want it as a pendant. That's all their choice, and it seems to be doing very well. So this is my handmade charm board using a piece of framework from the craft store, and I added some ones that I've made over the past few months. And these sit on my craft table, and now I'm going to be adding the jump ring and adding all these to them. Well, not the bookmarks. So I'll be like, they'll be up here as well. And so that was my charm board. So all these will get the jump rings and be put on the charm board as well. And I usually sell them for about $5. And I have the chains hanging up on a chain rack for if you wanted to turn this into a keychain or pendant. You know, you buy one, you get the other one for $1, you put it together yourself, or I can put it together and ahead of time, but they sell for like $10. So this is saving people a lot, and a lot of people like it. I got people buying this, they're adding it to their existing keychain, or they're adding it to their zipper on their jacket or backpack. There's just so many places people put these charms that I let them decide. So if it's silver, I'll put a silver O-ring on it. If it's gold, I'll put a gold. Otherwise, it's random. So another reason I love making the charms is because I can have them in a side dish sitting here at any stage. Like if these are sanded, they can go over here. I'm still working on them. I got these little buckets. I'll fill them up with. These need to be sanded, need to be filled. So there's no rush. There's no... I'm sitting there watching a movie, I'll put on my mask and my gloves and just do sanding and sanding. I could be sanding all night long because I take my time, I do it slow, I do it gradual, and sometimes I think, oh, these charms will never hit the market. Like these, they're just so bad they'll never hit the market, or oh, that looks horrible. But then by the time I'm done going through all the stages, it's like, wow, this turned out really nice. And somebody else said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you have a purple elephant. I love purple elephants. Who knew? Or I'm clipping off the ends of these kind of charms, or some of the PET stickers that have the clear cello around them. I'll take my super sharp manicuring scissors and sit there and meticulously cut around so that there's no clear background to it anymore. I could do all that while watching a show or watching a movie. I could get like 15 done. And I'm not doing them for any project. I do them and sit over here. So when I am doing a project, I just have to grab whatever I grab, like these little skulls. I cut a few of those out. Ready to roll. They came in, let me see. They came like this. But I like putting these skulls on things. And if I'm more inclined to use it if it's all cut out and ready to go, than if, okay, I'm going to do this now, I got to cut it out. Especially when it's like anything to keep my hands busy so I'm not feeding my face is good. It is good, and I'm always on the lookout for some fascinating, like this is a lot. I saw this at the store. I was like, these would make good. Like I just see something if that would fit in a trinket. Even if it's not something like I don't do octopuses and I don't do, but I have, or I don't do nautical, but You know, how can you resist that in a little, in a little pendant, you know? But anyway, that's enough talking. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. So come along with me. Said